Hey there, today I have another Amazon haul. And in today's haul, I thought I would try to find some linen things just because it's been really hot and it's summer, so linen is a very cool and breathable fabric. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any 100% linen items that I liked, so I ended up with all linen blends. Yeah, because searching the Amazon website, as you may know, can be quite a challenge. But I think I found some pretty nice things. And actually for this haul, I got 7 items and I spent $211.13, which averaged out to $30 per item. So I thought that was okay for potentially nice things that are linen or linen blend. But we'll see. And if you're new to my channel, I do a lot of shopping hauls and unboxing videos. And for reference, I'm 5'1", so I'm pretty petite. I also just turned 60 this year, so I tend to look for clothes that are petite friendly and also age appropriate. So if you're interested in those kind of videos, please consider subscribing and also give this video a like since that helps others find my channel. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what I got. Okay, so this time I just got 2 packages. Here's the first one. Okay, and just one thing here. Okay, and here is a quick peek at everything still in the plastic. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out of the plastic, then I'm gonna come back and we'll go over everything. Okay, so I took everything out of the plastic and here is a quick peek. So yes, a lot of neutrals, but I did get one colorful striped top. Okay, and first up, I got this linen skirt. And this is by Kasin, and it's the women's linen mini skirt in a size small. And I got it for $39.99, which I think is probably the high end of the price. But you know, with Amazon, the price always fluctuates. So later I saw it went down to $26. This has a 16.7-inch length. And the shell is 55% viscose, 30% linen, 15% polyester. It has a lining that's 98% polyester, 2% viscose. It says it's machine wash. This had 4 stars on the website out of 119 reviews. And I just got this beige color, but it also comes in a bunch of other colors. I don't have a lot of like these casual skirts, so I thought this would be a nice thing to add to my wardrobe. It just looks like a very kind of nice skirt. It has elastic in the back, so I think that would be comfortable. It also does have like a shorts inside, but I noticed the lining is more polyester. It was 98% polyester, 2% viscose, so it does have a very polyester look. So I don't know if that'll make it not breathable. But yeah, we'll try this on. I think this is actually pretty cute. It does have a very linen feel and texture. So let's go ahead and try this on and see how it looks. Okay, so here is the skirt. And you know, honestly, I do think this is very nice looking. It is, to me, a little bit short, but not terrible. And it does have built-in shorts underneath, which is a nice feature, although the shorts are polyester. And this is just a linen blend. It's mostly viscose, but it does have that linen look, and the material feels kind of rough, like linen. But I think this actually looks pretty nice. I'm wondering though if maybe I should have gotten a medium, because the small does seem to fit just right. But if it shrinks, I think it would be too small. So I think this is a nice skirt. It's kind of a little more elevated than just shorts. And I like that it has the elastic in the back. That makes it a little more comfortable. And yeah, I think this is cute. And it does have belt loops, so you can add a belt if you like that look, and it could make it even more elevated. But yeah, overall, I do really like this skirt. I think it's nice. Just not sure if I should have sized up to a medium. But let's try to style it. Okay, and here I've just added a linen shirt, and this is from Quince, and it is 100% linen. And also a leather belt from Quince, which is the skinny one, and a bag also from Quince. So I do have a lot of Quince things just because I am a Quince partner, and I will link everything from this haul, not just the Amazon stuff, down in the description box below. But anyway, yeah, I think this is a very cute skirt. I don't know though if I'll be keeping it. One thing though, I noticed I got it for $39.99, and when I was doing my links and everything, the prices came down to like $26.99. So I might just potentially just return this one and try out the medium, especially if the price is lower. Okay, next up, I got this shirt. And this is by Aoudery, and it's the women's linen short sleeve button-down shirt in a size small, and it was $25.19, regularly $31.99. This has a 23.23-inch length for the small. It's 45% cotton, 45% linen, 10% polyester. And as far as care instructions go, it just says wash in 40 degrees Celsius or below. And this had 4.4 stars out of 62 reviews on the website. And I got this stripe, which is called AE Blue Pink White Striped, but it also comes in a lot of other colors. So I wanted to just get something more colorful, and I thought this one was nice. But it does have a lot of other ones, including more neutrals and solids. This, to me, feels like a really nice fabric. The only thing is, I am a petite person, and the shirt does seem a little long, but I think you could probably wear it like tied in the front, tucked in, or just over something, and it would look cute. So yeah, I'm hopeful on this one, but let's go ahead and see how it looks. Okay, so here is that striped shirt. And I just left it out just so you can see what the length is. So it is pretty long, and I don't think I would wear it this way just because I'm petite, and wearing it out pretty much is breaking all the proportion rules. But just so you can see. And here is a close-up on the material. And you know, this kind of reminds me of a man's shirt, just a basic man's shirt. But it is really nice. I like the fabric. It feels substantial and almost silky, but still has a linen look. Okay, so here I just have it open, and I think that is kind of an option. I like to wear these kind of button front shirts just open as like a topper, and I think that looks okay, and it even looks okay with this skirt, but I think it would also look nice with white shorts or even white jeans. And then let's also try to tie it, because I kind of like that look too. Okay, so here it is with the bag. And yeah, I think this is a very nice shirt. And I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to like it. I tend to stay clear of too much color. But here the colors are kind of muted. It is supposedly a rainbow print, but it's pretty muted colors. I think this is potentially a keeper. And I might also check out some of the other stripes and colors. Okay, and next up, I got a pair of linen pants. And these are by GRAPENT, and they're the high-waisted, wide-leg linen palazzo pants in a size small, and I got them for $24.49, but it said the regular price was $29.99. They have a 24-inch inseam. They're 70% viscose, 30% linen. It says it's machine washable, and it had 4.2 stars out of 947 reviews. I just got the color black, but it comes in a bunch of other colors. So I actually don't have a pair of linen pants that are black, so I thought I'd try these. This seems to have a very substantial waistband, but it looks a little small, to be honest, but it is stretchy, so we'll see how that feels. It does have front pockets and no other pockets, no drawstring or anything like that, and they're supposedly wide leg, and a 24-inch inseam could be nice. I think that would be maybe ankle length for me. Yeah, so these look like pretty nice pants, kind of promising. Mostly viscose though, and only 30% linen, but it still does have that linen feel. It's kind of, you know, that knobby feel. So we'll see. But anyway, let's go ahead and try these on and see how they look. Okay, here are the palazzo pants. And actually, I kind of like these. They're 70% viscose, 30% linen blend, so mostly viscose. I think potentially it could shrink, but they're pretty roomy. I think if it shrinks a little bit, I'd be okay, but I like these. These are comfortable, and I think they look pretty good. They really do have a linen look, and I like that the waistband is very substantial. Yeah, and this one does have a 24-inch inseam, and on me, I think that's about ankle, so I think that's a good length. So anyway, let's try to style this. And here I just have it styled with this Pretty Garden 100% cotton cardigan that I got from Amazon and another quince bag. So yeah, I'm kind of debating these pants. I actually really like them. They're cool, comfortable, and kind of flowy. Okay, and next, I got this linen tank top. And this is by the brand AKEWEI. And it's the cotton linen tank top in a size small, and it was $17.99, and the regular price was $19.99. This is 20% linen, 80% cotton. It says it's machine washable. It had 4.4 stars out of 117 reviews. And I just got this color apricot, which I noticed that apricot means beige on the Amazon website. So yeah, I got the beige one. It did come in other colors. It came like just scrunched up in a bag, so it's like super wrinkly. But it has a nice look to it, and it has these buttons in the back, but the buttons are just for show. Yeah, so this does look very nice. It has that linen look, as they all do. And I noticed every single item of clothing in this linen haul has linen in the description, but it's not 100% linen. I think this looks pretty nice. We'll see. I like these kind of tops. I think they're easy to wear. So let's go ahead and see how this one looks. Okay, so here is this linen blend tank top. And it is kind of long and extremely wrinkly. It came out of the package kind of stuffed in there, so probably needs a steaming. But here is a close-up. It's actually kind of a nice, comfortable tank top, especially since it's really hot today. It's ridiculous. And it is a little big, so maybe that's not terrible because it has some room for shrinkage. And this is actually 20% linen, 80% cotton. So actually I like that blend. And it does have a nice linen look. So I just wore it with some white shorts just because of the length of this shirt. I thought proportionally that would look better. Okay, and here it is with a quick front tuck. And here's the back. So I kind of like this tank top. I think it's okay for under $20. I got it for $17.99. And I like that it's all breathable fabric, 80% cotton, 20% linen, and 0 polyester. And here it is with the bag. So yeah, it's just a very easy to wear tank top. And yeah, I don't mind it. I think this is potentially a keeper. Okay, and next I got a pair of shorts. And these are by the brand ANRABESS, and they're the linen shorts in a size medium. And I got it for $36.99, but I know you can get it for less because after I purchased it, when I looked again, it was $29.99. These have a 5.98-inch inseam. They're 80% rayon, 20% linen. It says it's machine wash, cold, gentle cycle. They had 4.2 stars out of 249 reviews. So I got just a light khaki color, which I would think they would call it apricot, but it does come in a bunch of other colors. It has 2 front pockets and 2 patch pockets in the back, and it has a really substantial, stretchy waistband. So I've actually gotten pants from this brand before that I really like. Not sure how these linen blend ones will be, but I like the look of these. I think they look really comfortable. But anyway, let's go ahead and try these on and see how they look. Okay, so here are these rayon linen shorts. And these actually have a really substantial waistband. And they're very stretchy and comfortable. They do feel cool, and especially with the hot, humid weather today. So I kind of like them. And I do think this material feels pretty nice. There is a definite linen look and feel to it. And it is mostly rayon, though, just 20% linen, so it's something to consider. Not sure how much it's going to shrink, but there is some room, I feel, for it to shrink. I kind of like these shorts. I think they're pretty good looking, and especially if you are in a hot climate, these could be a winner. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, but I think they are not bad. And I've actually gotten a lot of shorts, mostly my casual kick-around shorts from this brand, and they've held up really well. Okay, and next I got another top, and this looks huge. And this is by the brand LOMON, and it's the women's cotton linen V-neck pleated tank top in a size small, and I got it for $19.99, but I noticed it went lower after I purchased it to $16.99. Its length is 26.38 inches in a size small. It's 80% cotton, 20% linen, and it's machine wash cold. This one had 4.5 stars out of 64 reviews. I just got it in plain old white, but it does come in a bunch of different colors and prints. So I thought it would be a nice basic top, but it looks huge. And I don't know if they sent me the wrong size or something. Let me just check. Oh. So this is actually an extra large, and I had ordered a small, so I think that does happen sometimes with Amazon. So I'm gonna go order the small and then have to do the try on another day. But anyway, let's go ahead and see how this looks in a small. Okay, so here's the white top, but in a size small. I had to order it, so now I have 2 of these. And I'll probably return both. But anyway, here it is. It's still really big. I noticed the length for the extra large and the small were about the same. There was almost no difference. So as you can see, it's a very long top. And it almost looks like a tunic, you know, the kind you could wear with leggings. And here's a close-up on what the material looks like. It's really kind of rough. And it is a cotton linen blend, which I thought would be a good blend. But I don't know. To me, it just looks wrinkly. It doesn't really look that linen-ish. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for this top at all. And let's try to at least style it a little differently, like front tucked. Okay, and here it is front tucked. And I added a purse. In the picture, when I ordered it, it seemed like it was going to be a nice shirt. But in person, I don't really care for the fabric. It feels a little too itchy and wrinkly. Yeah, the shirt is also very long, so unfortunately, I think this one is going back. Okay, and lastly, I got this romper. And this is by the brand Yeokou, and it's the women's cotton linen romper in a size small, and it was $35.99. It says the length is 32.7 inches. It's 85% cotton, 15% linen, machine wash, cold, dry, flat, and it had 4.1 stars out of 20 reviews. And I just got this black one, but of course it comes in other colors. I don't know. I just thought black might be nice, and I don't really own any rompers. But I thought this might be cute and comfortable, especially for summer, just to kick around in. It feels very nice. It's a cotton linen blend, so I think that's a good combination. Here's a close-up on the front. It has these patch pockets and buttons on the front with a V-neck, and in the back you'll see it has little ties. So I think this actually looks kind of promising. So let's go ahead and see how it looks. Okay, so here is that romper. Yeah, and I don't own any rompers. And initially I wanted to find a dress, but I kind of struck out. I couldn't find a good linen blend dress, so I got this romper. It's actually not terrible. I think it's kind of cute. It kind of, to me, screams Phoebe from Friends. Yeah, that look. And I did add a t-shirt underneath. And this t-shirt is from Uniqlo. But, you know, I don't know if I would wear this. It is pretty comfortable, and it has these 2 front patch pockets, which I feel should be a little lower because my hands keep going down there. But this is where they are, and it has a tie in the back. So, not a bad look, honestly, and yeah, pretty comfortable. It feels cool. And this is also a cotton linen blend, so breathable. And as far as sizing goes, I do feel this fits true to size since I'm a small and I got a small. So let's try to add a purse. Okay, and I just added this quince bag, and I think that looks okay. It's cool and comfortable. I don't know if I would prefer this style maybe in a pant. So I'll have to look and see if they had one that was like a full-length jumpsuit instead of a romper. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep this, to be honest. It looks okay, but I just don't know if it's me. Okay, so that was everything I got in my Amazon linen blend haul. Let me know what you guys thought of the clothes, and if you've had any luck shopping on Amazon's website for linen stuff. Send me a link if you do find anything that you think is worth checking out. But anyway, now it's time to say goodbye. And as always, I'm going to call one of my 3 furry companions to help me say goodbye. And by the way, I do have a cat, but she rarely makes any appearances just because of this one, Miss Cleo. She's not cat friendly. So it's a long process. It's been almost a year, maybe a year and a half now since we got Cleo, and it's still not 100%. So yeah, she's not there yet. So for now, we're going to stick with the 2 dogs, and I think for today's video, it's going to be Miss Kaia. And here she is, Miss Kaia. Yeah, and even though she's almost 11 and it's so hard to believe, people still think she looks like a puppy. She looks young, yeah. The time goes by so fast, right? When you have a dog, and it just seems like yesterday that she was a puppy, but wow, it's hard to believe Kaia is a senior citizen now. But anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I do a lot of shopping hauls and unboxing videos, and if you enjoy watching those kind of videos, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye now. Say bye.